Alright, welcome to the 2020 No Out of Bounds guide slash tutorial. This is the new up-to-date one with the newer strats. The last guide was made back in 2018, or 2 years ago, if you want to get technical. And it has outdated strats, and on top of that, it doesn't show a lot of the newer, faster stuff that we do. So I'm going to show that here with a new, obviously, new up-to-date route. First thing I want to say is that if this is the first category you're going to run in Outlast, one I would say maybe reconsider running No Out of Bounds. It is a little tricky for beginners to learn because of wall rides, the difficult tricks towards the end section, towards the end of the run. So the female ward skip, which people have called it run killer, and then there's also the upper admin skip, which can also be a very big run killer. In Courtyard itself, the wall ride in Courtyard can also be a run killer for beginner runners as well. So if you still want to run No Out of Bounds and you are a beginner, then I'm going to try to make this as detailed as possible so that anybody can learn it. Advanced people who have run maybe like any percent, maybe all chapters, 100%, something around that, can learn from this, and beginners can learn from it. But if you are new and you are having second thoughts about running No Out of Bounds now, I would recommend running any percent, because Xeno just made a new 2020 up-to-date guide for bush skip, a very detailed one at that. It's very good. I'll link that in the description, or go run glitchless, and I'll link the world record for glitchless currently, so you can see the route for that. So yeah, without further ado, here we go. You want to start your time. Well, not start your time. You want to load into your admin gates save. So we start the timer here after you get out of the Jeep. Gates closed, obviously. After you get out of the Jeep, instead of starting it at a new game, because there's no reason to start at a new game. There's no gameplay. It makes more sense. So the first thing we're going to do is a strat is this door. Is the fast strat is you can jump to it. I jumped a little bit too late. I meant too early. So you want to jump to it at about the second you hit that shadow. You want to jump to it, and you'll get a prompt to open up the door. So whenever you get that prompt to open up the door, you want to hold mouse 1, and then for not even a second, then you want to let go of mouse 1. So I can't show it because if I fully open this door, the door won't let me close it again. So I'm just going to close it. And then obviously you could just open it normally, or if you want to be slightly faster, you could do the same thing, but with, like that. So now we're just going to go into the opening to get into the asylum, to get onto the scaffolding, to get into window. So whenever we're in here, there is a thing that we can do called save quitting. And then you could do save quit hops, which is what I call it, and a couple other runners call it. Some people call them B-hops. I don't personally think they're B-hops because B-hops are slightly different. But basically, you want to save and quit to the main menu, and then you want to mash enter in order to get back into the game. You can also do the equivalent with mouse. So, for example, you can hit save and exit. So you'll pull this up. And where your mouse is placed is like right over the save and quit. So you want to press save and quit and then hit yes and then mash your enter key. If you're doing it on keyboard, you want to go for it, hit escape, down twice, enter, over, enter. You can also use spacebar instead of enter. And spacebar is slightly faster, but I use enter just for muscle memory for me. And then you want to quit and then mash your enter key. As you can see, you didn't even see the main menu. And then from here, you want to do rhythm hops. So whenever you're entering into a chapter from a load, you'll get accelerated hops forward. And for the most part, you can get 3 without being staggered. So I'll show you what happens if you get 4. I'll show you like a comparison. So this is 3. As you can see, I can keep running at full speed. And then this is if I get 4. If I get 4. So that's 4. As you can see, I immediately get staggered from it. I know some people who have gotten 4 in a row and not gotten staggered. And then I also know other people who can never consistently get 4 without getting staggered. So it honestly just go for 3, safer strat. And this only, you don't have to go for this, by the way. This only saves about 0.2 to 0.4 seconds. So it's not really super worth if you're brand new to the category. And the second thing we want to do is get a fast grab animation to this. So you can go for a slow grab animation by just jumping. I somehow got that. But just jumping at any point after you get past this, you'll usually climb on top of that scaffolding. Now, the faster strat is by looking up the second you're about to hit the scaffolding, and then jump on top of it. Now, there's 2 fast animations for this. You can just, again, normally spacebar to get on top of it. That's pretty slow. So you can just run up to it and then swipe left up or right up. Either way works, but the safer way is to do left up so you don't get stuck on this. Now, the faster way is to get a run animation, jump, and then swipe. And sometimes that'll happen, but jump, swipe up left, and as you can see, that was way faster than just doing that normally. The timing to get that, though, is a little weird. And you can get stuck on this if you do it incorrectly. So as you can see, I got stuck on that. It's pretty annoying to get for like beginners, but if there's like no time save you can get within this area into Windows, then I would definitely recommend going for this fast animation here. The jump to fast animation, not just the normal fast animation. I would also highly, highly recommend you learn the fast animation, just the normal one, if you're not wanting to do the jump one and you're just hitting spacebar. It does save time. It saves a small amount of time, but it does save time overall. So you want to just make your way here and then jump into the window. You can get a fast animation there. It doesn't really matter. You're going to get about a 31 to a 32 seconds if you're optimal with getting in here. And then we're going to start doing door clips. I'm going to link a detailed guide in the description of all of these videos to the door clip, door hop, just the door glitch guide. But I'll explain it here as well. So whenever you get up to a door, especially if it's slightly creaked open, you want to go for a door clip or a partial door clip. So a door clip, you have to do door clips on these doors. You can't do a partial door clip or you'll get staggered. I'm hoping, I'll try to show you. Okay, so that's what it looks like. You'll not get staggered. It's still faster than just opening up the door. But that'll happen. Glitchless runners use that strat. Because it's faster than just opening up the doors. But the fastest way is to hold the door. I messed it up. So you want to hold the door with mouse 1, and the second you see it creak open, you want to hold Shift W and let go of mouse 1. Now we're just going to climb over this. You want to get that vault over animation if possible. If not, it's fine. And then do the same thing to this door, like that. And then jump towards this area. You don't have to jump towards it. It's just slightly faster if you jump towards certain objects. Fast animation here. I messed it up somehow. But you want to swipe right up here whenever you get about here. And then you'll get a fast grab animation here. And you just want to make your way over to the area with the dead body jump scare. That's what it's called. So this is the first of many wall rides, but before that, I'm going to show you the trick called butt bouncing. Butt bouncing is when you're coming out of a vent or certain geometry in the game, and whenever you're going forward, you want to press spacebar in a rhythm. So the second that Miles is about to hit the floor, you want to press spacebar. So like that. And that's mostly so you don't slam open this door, because the jump scare is pretty annoying. So for easy method, I'm just going to show you it with the door closed. But basically, the way you want to do wall rides is that this is Miles' normal hitbox. It's pretty large, pretty big. But we want to get that shrunk. The reason why we want to get that shrunk is so we can go through this little crack right here, so we don't have to go all the way around. So we don't have to get through the jump scare and then go through the guy on the stake just to go through that door over there. That door over there. Why are you allowed to boost on top of that? That's weird. I never even knew that, but that's interesting. So the way you want to do that is by opening up the door. Loud noise warning, by the way. I'm not sure how loud my volume is for OBS. But you want to grab the door and then push it away from you while looking at the left side of the wall. This is the easiest method and, in my opinion, the fastest method. Obviously, there's slightly faster ways that you could do it. But doors that are swinging to the right of you, going from the opposite of your player model. So you have to go up against the edge, so like right here of the door. So you want to hold it and then let go of it and press W. And then, as you can see, I got an extremely small hitbox there. If you can see, Miles. I keep messing up their name. Miles' hitbox is really, really small. Now that's what we want. So we want to keep that by holding onto the wall. And the way you want to do that is either look towards the wall while pressing W, or if you're going to be fast, you want to, obviously I lost it because I wasn't doing it, but you want to open up the door and then hold W and D, or W and A, whichever way you're facing the wall. And then sometimes you'll just like push straight through this. Sometimes you'll just push straight through this little creasing. But if you don't, which is most of the time, and most of the time you're just going to want to do this, is you want to press crouch. Your crouch probably going to be on controller C, mine's on mouse 4. But you just want to press crouch, and you'll go straight through this area. Keep your small hitbox, but then you'll lose it going into here. And then we just want to be caught by Chris. I will also link to the guide in order to show collision, if I didn't already state that. So, a thing while this cutscene plays, I'm gonna say is the old guide by Nerd Squared is a very excellent guide. So if a lot of the stuff I show looks way too hard, I would recommend going to watch his guide. I'm still gonna try and show the slower strats, so the more beginner-friendly strats versus the new strats. But his guide is absolutely amazing for the old route, and then you can learn the new route later on. But again, I'm going to try and show beginner-friendly strats and stuff like that. So now that we're out of the cutscene, we want to hold Shift W A, and then we want to look to the right and then let go of A, so we get the fastest beginning run start. This black floor is due to me turning on collision. Sorry, I went brain dead for a second there. So I'm sorry for this. It'll go away here in a second, but yeah. So you just want to go around to the key card. Basically, we're just going as fast as we possibly can to the key card. We're going to do another save and quit. This is a very optional save and quit, just like the beginning one. I'm going to tell you all the optional save and quits whenever I get to them, and I'm going to show you the mandatory ones that you have to do for the category, if you're not too big of a fan on save and quits. So whenever you're about here, you want to jump at a sprinting jump. So you want to sprint jump, grab the key card, wait a second until you see saving, and then save and exit. And then we want to do hops towards the door. So as you can see, we're going to do hops, turn our camera, and then do the last hop. And then we're going to grab this door and do a door clip. And then we're going to get a wall ride and go into there. So I'm going to show this one more time. That's unfortunate. So I didn't get the door clip, but it's fine. So obviously the normal strat, if you don't want to go for the hops, and you also don't want to go for the door clip, that door is just going to be open. So you just want to grab the key card and then go this way, because this is slightly faster, and then close the door. And we're going to do another wall ride off of this door onto here, and then we want to get about right here. So we're stuck up against this file cabinet and this bookcase that has fallen over. We want to press crouch and then walk forward, and we'll go into the bookcase. So that's just the normal strat. And then obviously if you don't want to do this one, because it doesn't save that much time, it saves like 2-3 seconds from just running around. And to be honest, if you don't get it, you kind of have to reset if you're on a very time heavy splits. So if your splits are very good, then you'll have to reset to this. If you're a beginner, I just recommend going through there and then going around. But if you want to do cool strats and you're still a beginner, you could just do that. Now, This wall raid is kind of necessary to do. You don't have to do it. You can just take the cutscene with him jumping on you. But this time we're going to do a door that's facing towards us, and then we have to go into the door. So the best possible way to do this is to hold the door, and then hold W and follow the door. And then you'll get a small hitbox. And then we're going to make our way over here. I would practice that one a lot, by the way. We're going to make it over here. Be careful. Press W very often. Or not W, D. Press D very often here, so you don't lose your small hitbox. And we want to look about here. Anywhere that's in this area. So from the left side of like that dark stain, or the right side of that dark stain, to about here. So the left side of this radiator. We want to look within this area. We don't want to look over here, and we don't want to look over here. So you're just going to jump forward. So we're just going to jump forward and then press D immediately after. And then we'll still be in the wall raid. The reasoning why is because this radiator is very weird and it'll try to push you out a lot. So we do that just so we don't get pushed out. And there. Now we don't have to take the cutscene with him. I'm not going to get too close because even if you're on this side, he'll still grab you. So that's that. I would practice that a lot. It's very time consuming. Or not time consuming. It's very annoying if you mess it up in a run. Of course, you can always just take the cutscene, but... So I'm going to show you animation cancels, if you're not familiar with animation cancels already. You want to jump towards this door whenever you're about there, or you can just run to it. Jumping towards objects are slightly faster than just running to them. And then whenever you have interactable objects, the only interactable object that can't be canceled by an animation cancel is the key in upper admins to get to underground lab. That is the only thing that cannot be animation canceled. So whenever you want to do an animation cancel is you want to hit whatever button you use to interact, mine is left mouse button, or mouse 1. You want to press that and then immediately crouch. And then as you can see, it cancels the animation. And then we want to do a fast door open by holding the door. And then after a slight amount of time, you want to like let it go. So let go of your mouse 1. So like that. And then you want to be holding shift the whole time. And as you can see, it's slightly faster than me just doing that. If you can't get the timing for this, because this is very timing based, and you just kind of have to get a feel for it. But if you can't do it, then it's perfectly fine to do that. I think it's slightly faster if you do this, or if I can get it. So you do a forward door clip by slamming the door to you. I think it's still slightly faster to do that. So then we're going to go to keyboard, and we're going to run into generators. There is a strat up here, so we're not going to hide from Chris, and we're not going to go to the left of it if you're familiar with glitchless. So we're not going to go to the left of the door whenever Chris is about to break open it. We're going to go straight through the door and through Chris's collision because we're able to do that no out of bounds. So the fastest strat is to get on top of this by just inching your way onto it, and then press A until you're about right here, and then you want to look to the left. This is the fastest possible time. If you look to the right, you'll get stuck on the right side of the door. So you want to do that, and then you'll go around, and you'll just go straight past Chris. You can also just go straight to the middle of the door. Also, you can jump towards the middle, top part of that staircase, and jump down here without taking damage, and it's slightly faster than running down it. So we're going to chase music even though Chris is nowhere near us. So you can just go in the middle of that door and hold W, A, and crouch. But the reason why the other strat's faster is because you don't have to hold crouch the whole time. So you just want to... I'm going to show you both of the strats to doing generators. One of the strats, you have to get a cycle. And then the other strat, you don't have to get a cycle. You can just do it normally as slow as you want. So the first button is something that we need to get to as fast as we possibly can. So you want to jump to there, come over, and you want to hit the right side button first. So you want to do a fast door animation, or you can just open it normally, doesn't really matter. And then animation cancel the button press. And then you can do a swag strat by jumping on top of that box. It doesn't save any time, doesn't lose any time if you mess it up. And then you want to hit that one, and then whenever he bangs twice, this is only going to bang once for me, you want to go straight past him. You want to be on the right side of that door and go straight past him, and then you just want to beeline to the lever. So right here, you want to do a fast door animation, jump to the lever. You have to jump to the lever or you're not going to make it. Jump twice, and if this was ideal, then instead of him being right here, or like right here, or even in the doorway, he would be right here, and we would just be able to go straight past him while taking a hit, but we would continue our momentum. If you're extremely lucky, then he's not even gonna hit you, which is really good because then you don't get a stagger. I'm gonna show you the other method, which is slightly slower but safer. So I'm just gonna show you that real quick. Also, with I want to make sure this is known. This, jumping on top of this, doesn't save any time because you're on a cycle anyways for him to bang open the door. So if you just do that or you walk around it, it doesn't matter. But just in case you guys want to know, whenever you're about right here, you want to jump and you'll land on top of the box. So you want to go for fast door animation, jump, button. Obviously I didn't get there, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't save any time, doesn't lose any time, it just looks cool. Button, cancel animation, go around, wait right here. 2 knocks, walk right past him, because he's not going to hit you as long as you're not too far to the left, and you didn't go forward too early. Now we want to go up to the door and slam it to us, so we get a door clip. Jump to the lever and open it, and he'll be right here, or he won't be here, but now he'll be here. So now he's going to be here, and he's going to be trying to slam open the door, and we could just go straight past him. That's a slightly slower strat, but it's the safer strat overall. So then we just want to go straight past him to the button, press the button, cancel animation, jump. Now upcoming, whenever we hit keyboard, we're going to do a mandatory save and quit. Because the cutscene is kind of long, so we don't really want to watch it. We just want to skip straight to prison segment. So another cool, or not cool, another strat, slightly time-saving strat, is the second you get through here, hold Shift, W, and after a little bit, you'll land about right here, and then you'll get a prompt to be able to open up the door. So whenever you get that prompt, you just want to hold the door for like less than like half a second. This door is pretty lenient with how you open it because it is a very collision-friendly door. You want to go straight through that door. You can just open it normally if you're not comfortable with doing the others, doing door clips or anything like that. And then the second we press this, the second we press the keyboard, you want to save and quit by doing the mouse strat or by doing keyboard. I'm going to show off the mouse strat here because I'm pretty sure I showed keyboard. So this is the mouse strat. So you'll just use your mouse, obviously, to save and quit, and then you'll mash enter. So now we're in the prison segment. And that's the end to admins. If there are any questions, I will leave my Discord down below. I'm also going to leave the Outlast speedrun page. If you have any questions, there's some forums on there that also has the link to the Outlast speedrunning Discord. And I will see you guys in part 2, aka prison section.